So what are values and why are they important to you? Now that word gets used a lot in a few different ways. One can value a building, a corporation, a handbag, a watch. And these are very subjective measures. What was a valuable watch 100 years ago maybe isn't so valuable today, for instance. And these things get agreed upon and one can take out loans against such things. Maybe not the handbag, but that's okay. And when you're looking at value propositions, for instance, what you're looking at is, in black and white, tell me what's in it for me, what am I going to get out of it? Now, there's another bit of value that's very important here, and these are the often hidden rudders of our lives, the filters through which we make assessments of our experiences, our possessions, our relationships, everything. And I've got a definition of those kinds of values for you here, and that's the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. And that word usefulness is very important because we're really being a bit goal-driven here. Values are meant to take you somewhere. It can take you to internal integrity. It can take you to happiness. In fact, I would argue that you cannot have happiness without having internal integrity. And that's what this is about. What's important to you may be what's important to many people because they think it's going to bring them happiness. If I'm powerful, I'll be happy. If I have prestige, I'll be happy. When I hold on to my wealth or create wealth, financial wealth, then I'm happy. However, we all know people, and you may be one of them, for whom you may have one or more of those sorts of things, but the happiness doesn't come with it. It's an empty promise. And there's a very simple reason for that. It's because those things are outside of you. And they're vulnerable. Status can be lost. One newspaper article and it can be gone. One public divorce. One reputation. You're only as good as your last deal. You know, those sorts of things. So that's very vulnerable. And maybe it doesn't have to be like that. When you're thinking about the utility of values, things that are really going to give you what you want, and ultimately that's usually going to be something like happiness. So what kind of values will bring you happiness? The same ones that make someone reliable and really nice to be around. Kind, generous, strong, wise, calm, compassionate. Those can be qualities of a leader. Those can be qualities of a mother. Those aren't qualities that mean one has to have one kind of role outside in the world or another. These are very generic sorts of values. Now, a lot of people will think of like, well, I need to be in control and I enjoy being in control. That's really important to me, so it's a value, right? No. Being in control is a strategy to compensate for insecurity and perceived internal weakness. It's not a value at all. And why would someone want to be in control? Because they think they'll feel safer. So actually, when you look closer at it, security is a value. Feeling secure is a value. And that makes more sense.